He's the tallest man on the radio, so sit right back and enjoy the show. Flying through the air like a ballistic missile. Here's your host, Ben Kissel.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Ben Kissel channel. I'm joined by Shake Narlatang.
How y'all doing?
And Jerry Aquino.
What's up?
We're cool today.
Yeah.
We're wearing sunglasses inside.
Yeah.
Not every day do you see something like that. Unless you go to Sunglass Hut or Miami.
That's true.
Don't worry, it's me. All right. A lot of you. So, you hungover?
What? Not
No.
me at all. Not me at all. I'm allergic to how bright these lights are.
Well, that's cool. You're fine. Everyone loves you. Everyone loves the show. Thank you so much for the kind compliments, by the way. Actively now, I am going to embrace a little bit of losing my gust, but we'll talk about that later. But speaking of food.
Food?
Which, who doesn't love food? Some people actually don't.
Yeah, I don't get that. I know some people that are like, I don't like eating. I just do it to sustain myself, and I try to get it over with. That's not me.
I think it's absolutely disgusting. No, someone who doesn't like to eat.
What do they replace it with then? If you don't like
They just don't like to eat. I had a friend who eating was a chore.
Yeah.
And I will never understand it. I'm an emotional eater. As you can tell, I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll never get... I wish it was reversed, so where you had to eat to lose weight. So you had to have a pizza a day to stay in shape. But for those people, that would be considered like hell on earth. But for me, that would... unless, of course, you don't have pizza. And then
Now that's hell on earth.
That would be absolutely horrible. And then, of course, you also gain weight with it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Shake, you're not much of an eater.
I'm not?
No, I feel like you eat for a reason.
I eat.
No, but I know. But every time I see Shake, he's always you got a salad, and then you're always talking about protein. I don't think
That's
when I think
true.
about food, I'm never like, what are the components that are going to make me a better person after I eat this?
Yeah, no.
I'm just like, did it have a nose? Did it not have a nose?
Yeah, no. I'm thinking about what I'm in the mood for.
Exactly.
What do I want? Spaghetti, pizza, sandwiches. None of those very good for me, but those are things I'm in the mood for usually.
Also, crumble.
And crumble.
Yeah,
How could we forget crumble?
I know we're starting to get people who are sniffing around. They want some ads on this hot new show. Yeah, they want to go for the rocket ride with these boys.
Yep.
What about crumbles?
And Crumble, if you're out there and you're listening, you got to get on board because this show is going straight to the middle.
Of crumble.
Well, who knows? All right, well, why are we talking about food? It's because Joey Chestnut. Do you guys know who Joey Chestnut is?
No, who's Joey Chestnut?
It's not just something you do to a gal on the first date. Oh, God, here we go.
Okay.
I'm on fire today. Literally, put me on fire, cover me in gasoline, and make me a martyr. So this dude is worth Thank you. Oh, I feel hot. I feel like I just hit a bunch of three-pointers as NBA Jam.
I just wanted to fan the flames a little bit. You were so
It's
so
the
hot.
worst thing to do.
Yeah.
You
I
actually
know.
made them larger.
Yeah, no, that was my point.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, Joey Chestnut is worth
Keeping them honest.
$3 million. Okay, and now how did he get his $3 million? Through competitive eating. And this dude is a fucking legend. It was he and Kobayashi for the longest time that were going after it for the Nathan's hot dog eating competition. And I'm trying to see the record here. I think his record was something for the hot dogs. It was 76 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes?
Yeah. And it is nasty. In order to get the buns down, you got to dip them in the water, and then it is real gross.
See, that's eating not to enjoy it. That's eating for a point.
That's
The opposite point of Shake having the salad to be a better person. They're
Right.
trying to be a richer, much worse person.
Yeah.
And by just shoving as many hot dogs as they can.
And they also get a belt.
He didn't say the belt.
Championship
they have
belt.
a belt.
Everyone's worn that championship belt, and how great do you feel when you do it?
Yeah, you feel pretty good.
You feel like a champion. And I believe it's called the mustard belt because it's mustard colored because it's Nathan's hot dog eating competition.
Yeah.
Is it as nice as a WWF belt?
No. It's not as nice as a replica Mankind Championship belt.
Do the hot dogs come with condiments on them? Are you
No, but you could put condiments on it if you were a true psychopath.
Yeah, that
But-
makes sense. You wouldn't want to make any.
When you're eating 76 hot dogs, I feel like the
There's
smallest
no room for ketchup.
nothing. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no room to enjoy it. They snap them in half and then they eat them like they do this neck thing. Like again, some of the videos we've seen.
How do you digest something like that after you're done?
I don't think you do. That doesn't sound like it's being digested.
That's the big question.
You have to have a doctor on site to keep watch.
Doctors are on site and they're like,
Choking
yeah,
hazards kind of thing.
yep. Doctors are on site and they're like, yeah, they're getting fatter.
That's
And
what they're for.
well, that's what the doctor does. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
they're getting fatter.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they're talking about cholesterol. But this is the big question. Hurl or don't hurl post-eating competition. I think you've got to
Oh, no,
vomit.
it's full hurl.
Right? You
full
have to.
hurl. I don't even think it's going to their stomach. I think it's staying in the chest cavity
Right.
for as long as they could possibly manage after they win the title. And they're like, great, I won. And
Right.
then they run off.
But then is that legal? Do you have to keep it down for a certain amount of time?
That's a great question.
I actually don't know.
I've never played with these kinds of rules before.
Is it considered cheating if you vomit immediately afterwards?
Can we find out? Or can we ask
Let me
the
see.
audience?
I'll ask the Google. Are you allowed to throw up after an eating competition?
Why not though? You got it down.
Yeah. The point
Well,
was
no, but
eating it.
yes, but also I guess that's true. It's not a
It's
digestive
not a
con-
digestion competition.
It's to get it down there, sort of thing.
Yeah, I guess
Take it
so.
out.
After there it's the first thing that comes up. If anyone vomits, they're immediately disqualified.
During the competition.
That's
though.
what I'm saying. And condiments, interestingly enough, condiments not allowed.
Oh.
So even if you
yeah.
wanted to have a little ketchup on the side or a little relish or make it a Chicago dog,
Absolutely
Because
not.
they don't want you to enjoy the flavor.
No,
they just, yeah.
it's not here for enjoyment.
Condiments are not allowed, and any contestants may drink anything non-alcoholic during the contest. So you can't just have a vodka soda and just slam 76 hot dogs. We can't be like Jerry last night.
Why would, it was 74 hot dogs and tequila.
Yep. And yeah, the winner is just who eats the most. So I guess, do you throw up after? Let's see here.
That's the question. During, obviously, you're
Obviously,
disqualified.
you throw up during, that kind of beats
Okay.
the whole thing.
Well, this is according to sportingnews.com. So there's nothing else happening in the sporting world. I love that this guy's got the
Top story.
The top story, the glutton. He's like, I'm working on all the glutton shit.
Yep.
You covering basketball this year? No, mostly eating competitions.
It's
Yeah, I don't
the
smoke,
right.
but I have lung cancer. It's like, how did you fail at that too? You fucking.
Yep.
And so this guy's on the beat, and he says vomiting isn't a traditional part of the competition process.
Is
For
it
ma-
traditional?
it is not
Oh.
tradition for many professionals. Again, there's no way that's not happening.
Yeah, there's no way.
76 hot dogs rolling through your
10
intestine.
minutes.
Doesn't that just make it another hot dog?
It's with the bun as well, or just the hot dog?
both.
the buns.
It's the buns too, but they don't eat them together. They separate.
Why?
Well, I think it's easier for the dipping of the water. It's segregation now.
It is segregation.
Segregation in Nathan's hot dog
They
eating
dip the
competition.
bread in the water.
They dip the bread in the water
To soften
and
it.
To soften it. It makes it just. It's a bread. It becomes
it's
like
all
a.
soggy.
Yeah,
and
it's
they
like
just
a-
like shove it in and then just
Yeah.
keep going.
How do you soften the hot dog?
You don't.
You
s-
don't.
snap it in half and then you guzzle it down like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like a horny toad.
That's an option to become a millionaire.
We all know how toads are horny for hot dogs.
To be fair, though, absolutely.
Yeah.
Not as rich as I thought he was going to be. Now, granted, I think it says I have like $69 million on Google, so don't believe that because that's not true.
69.
You know, yeah. You know that that's not
You
true.
picked that number, didn't you?
No, I would. I would love if that number was true in every sense of the word.
Yeah.
But $3 million, considering the fame that this guy has.
Which is none.
Joey Chestnut is hugely famous.
I just found out who he was right now.
That's because he's Yeet. He's Yeet White.
Oh, okay.
He's one of our celebrities
Second. Got it.
because we enjoy
Maybe.
all gluttony, all
Oh,
things
right.
that are
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah. I'm not. I guess I don't dive too much into food sports.
See, you're getting it now.
Where did yeet come from? I've never
I've
heard,
heard
that one before.
it's on YouTube sometimes. People say, "Oh, that Yeet woman," or "that Yeet man."
I think I'm getting too
Is it
old for these new
offensive, or-
terms.
I'm gonna do some research on it. I can't. I cannot
YT?
confirm nor deny.
It's supposed to be offensive against the whites. Can't take us down, baby. We got Joey C.
On the
slamming down
Yep.
76 dogs. However, this is where the controversy comes in.
uh-oh.
This year, Nathan's hot dog eating competition has said, buddy, get the fuck out. Why? Because he signed a deal with a vegan hot dog company and they're super pissed.
Yeah, that's
But
not.
that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's not, as they say, not within tradition of the sport eating of hot dogs.
Yeah, but I'm on Team Joey here. First of all, okay, so he signed a deal with Impossible Foods, which obviously it's not because they're in the store. And then people over at the Major League Eating, it's called MLE, it's Major League Eating. This is true. Only in America.
over at the MLE, you know,
God.
they're tough over there.
Can you imagine if just some poor child in North Korea saw the hot dog eating competition and was just like, that's how they eat every day?
Well, they probably think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they probably fully think
Yeah,
that.
they
They're-
usually
kinda
that.
do.
Yeah, they're like, yeah,
Outsiders
that
think
makes
of
sense.
Americans, yeah.
Isn't that sad for them?
Oh, that's what they're doing over there, and that's why they look like that. 2 + 2.
Right. I mean, Americans, we are a large bunch, but I
Yeah.
say, move out of the way if you can't handle the sway. So the that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. So the organizers of the Nathan hot dog eating competition have said, no, we are going to let Joey Chestnut perform. But Joey says, no, they were told me I cannot. Because, again, he had signed this deal with Impossible Foods, which makes vegan hot dogs. Joey Chestnut said, quote, he was gutted by Major League Eating's decision to keep him from defending his title. However, the company that manages the annual event said he has no one to blame but himself.
That's very true.
He just got a deal with Impossible Meats. He's
To
only worth
do
$3 million.
What? What is he doing?
Eat
with
the
this?
meats. The fake one.
It's not the it's not the meats.
Endorsement is endorsement. However you get it, it should be okay. I mean, it should be allowed in the league, right?
I completely agree. I mean,
No?
I don't know. I mean, I would go as far. I mean, obviously, I'm a big old meat eater. Every time I look at a pig, I say, I'm going to name you and not fuck you.
That's you.
Yeah, I'm going to
okay.
name you, fuck you, and eat you.
There it
NBA
is.
players get endorsements.
Yeah.
MLB players.
Everyone gets endorsements.
So what's wrong with him doing this and then still be able to compete?
An NBA player is allowed to get an endorsement where they're catching a football. You know, who cares that he's
Yeah.
doing something with Impossible Foods? But this is what the spokesperson for the MLE said. They have a representative. So when you thought your job sucked, there's a representative for Major League Eating.
So they're unionized.
They might be unionized.
They're probably
I'm on board with that,
unionized.
yeah.
They might
Wow.
be unionized. And he says, in return for his fees to appear and compete, Joey agreed every single year to a very simple exclusivity provision that he would not endorse or sponsor another hot dog brand. But Nathan's hot dogs, evidently. So it might not be so much about the fact it's the vegan dog. It might be because Nathan says, ooh, you went over to the other side.
Yeah.
Get out of my house.
Yeah. It could be.
Either way,
Nathan sounds petty.
Nathan sounds like a bitch. Also,
Yeah.
have you had a Nathan dog at Coney Island?
Yeah, it sucks.
What's the deal with them?
I don't know.
Why do they? Have you ever had one?
No.
They're skinny. It's not snappy.
They're not snappy.
I don't get I don't get
Buns
them.
are usually stale.
Yeah.
Makes sense that they would want to dip them and just make them disappear into nothing before it enters your mouth because it sucks.
And then I think you would have to drink the water if there's bun residue left.
Ugh.
I'm craving a salad right now.
I know you are. You got to get your protein. So this is what they go on to say. This is a long ass quote. They say the idea that Nathan's or MLE changed the rules this year is ridiculous as it is silly. That's what they say. It's ridiculous as it is silly.
There's nothing silly about the MLE and the provisions that they make
know.
about your allegiance to meat.
And it's ridiculous as it is silly.
It's a serious matter.
So what company would pay someone an appearance fee of several hundreds of thousands of dollars and knowingly let them endorse a direct competitor immediately afterwards?
That's bad business.
But is Impossible Foods, Impossible Hot Dogs in competition with Nathan's Hot Dogs? Nathan's Hot Dogs they're two different things in my opinion. If you want a hot dog and you eat meat, you're gonna be like, give me a Nathan's. Or if you're somewhere better, get somewhere better. A Papaya dog.
Papaya dog. I'd rather have papaya
Oh,
dog.
papaya
than
dog
Nathan's, yeah.
all day. Or if you don't eat meat, then you just get the vegan one. But I don't even think they're in competition. It's two different markets entirely.
Yeah.
One eats meat, the other one doesn't.
Yeah. Do you think there's an impossible meat eating contest? Is that what they're trying to do? They're trying to like raise themselves up to the awareness of the MLE to be like, you know what, we can be competitors in this too.
If I was the MLA, hell, if I was Nathan's, just put your name on a brand that has vegan meat.
Why not?
Nathan's Vegan Hot Dogs.
Yeah.
And then boom, you could have a. Well, now that's an interesting conversation. Is a vegan hot dog as easy to digest or more easy to digest as a regular hot dog? Is that an advantage or a disadvantage if someone comes in there and be like, I don't want to eat the beefy hot dog or the piggy hot dog?
No, you can't just go in there and say, oh, by the way, I'm vegan, so I will be performing all of this with a vegan hot dog. No, that's not how
Right.
that works. There has to be a separate competition for just vegan hot dog
And
eating.
meat eaters.
Wow.
And meat eaters. So, because they're really easy to digest. Let me tell you, I've had burgers, I've had Impossible burgers.
Yep.
And I'm a lot less like heavy feeling when I eat the Impossible burgers.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, because you're not half
So
cow.
Doesn't that make the whole vegan hot dog contest easier to?
Well, that means you can put away at least 176 hot dogs.
Maybe
Possibly.
there's gonna be some weird side effect though, where you like, I don't know, you grow a nipple on your nose or something. There's gonna be something weird that happens.
Yeah.
With the vegan
As
hot dog?
opposed to
Eating
the
that many vegan hot dogs, there's
Yeah.
something in there. I don't know what makes it the meat.
it's either taking away or adding 10 years to your life later down the line.
Yep.
Hard to say.
So the representative for MLE goes on. Joey was not banned. Joey chose not to compete in the contest the moment he chose to make an endorsement deal with one of Nathan's competitors. These motherfuckers are petty.
They are upset. I think this is personal. Especially the fact that it's going back to Joey and then he's like, well, you know what? I don't want to be in your stupid competition anymore.
Well, he's the best.
Yeah.
So who cares? He is the man.
Yeah.
Could they be making an example out of him?
I don't think that anyone else has his life to be followed.
What is the example?
Right.
Right.
To be, I don't know. Like, when I grow up, I want to eat all the hot dogs in the world. And be like, don't worry, Fat Tony, you will.
There's some dreamers out
But
there.
don't make him vegan because that's not fucking allowed.
Well, according to MLE head George Shea, Major League Eating head George Shea, he called Chestnut's hookup with Impossible Foods a catastrophe. Just on par with 9/11.
Just chaotic.
Chaos. 9/11. Pearl Harbor. Joey Chestnut.
Yeah.
Impossible Foods.
I thought I woke up weird this morning. It wasn't the hangover. It was Joey Chestnut and his betrayal to Nathan's.
In America.
Yeah, really.
Because, of course, I went to one of these July 4th to the event.
Yeah.
It is slam packed. I mean, it's crazy. People are out there. There's a dude on stilts and shit. And you know when you see a dude on stilts, you're in America.
Yeah, definitely.
So Shea goes on to say, his reps came to us and said, we have signed with a plant-based meat company that does hot dogs, and that's that. They are fucking gonna kill this guy.
They said, we're putting our foot down.
Yeah. And he said he didn't come to us and say, we have this offer on the table, let's talk. He says this offer was signed, so it made it very difficult to negotiate. What back smoky 40 room are these assholes meeting in?
You don't get to the top without, pissing off some people at the top as well.
I guess not.
He's just paying the piper right now. I mean, he's had it free for a very long time, being top hot dog eating champion.
Yes,
for,
and
a few years.
many years. I feel like it's almost been a decade now.
Oh yeah.
And the crazy thing is,
How
he's
long
like,
has he been eating that many hot dogs?
Well,
That
a
can't
long
be good
time.
for him. That cannot be good for him.
yep, he and Kobayashi, they were the two goats. And then there's this Asian chick. I think they call her like Dragon or Woman or something like that. But she's really good for the women, and she does like 40s.
Okay.
But then Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut. I want to say it's been at least a decade, maybe even longer.
How do we prep for something like this? Are we?
They
eating
drink a lot
that-
of water.
They drink a lot of water.
They extend the stomach. So apparently, the irony is, out of this table, you would probably be the best at competitive eating.
You don't know that.
Yeah, because there's
know
a thing
that.
called the fat
could.
layer on the stomach.
Oh.
And the more chunk that you have on your stomach, the more you eat, it extends the stomach and it actually hits up with the fat, and the fat stops it from going. So you actually could get that pregnant kind of thing. Actually, you're a woman. You could probably get that. But you don't. It doesn't go to your womb.
It's exactly
could-
where it's going. That's where I'm going to put them so that I can get away with eating more. That's probably her strategy.
Carve a little hole in your stomach, go right
Yeah.
to the womb, double
Yep.
Double it up.
Yep.
It's a career path.
Anyway, don't worry. If you are into Impossible Meats, they have a Frankfurter now.
We have a who?
A Frankfurter. You can find him on OnlyFans. Frankfurter. Chestnut has won 16 times, including every year since 2016. So there you go. And the contest itself has been going on since 1916.
Wow.
Which I think people were like dying and starving to death.
Yeah, how could they afford... When were hot dogs made?
Probably 1915. I don't know. When were hot dogs?
Right? They
They
were like,
went a little farther than that.
like,
I mean,
it's
it's
kind of rock. You know it'd be sick if we ate like a lot of them at once.
the hot dog was invented in 1487.
Ew.
Holy shit, that's been around for a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And it wasn't until 1914 until the American spirit said, let's eat a bunch of these things in front of other people who are hungry.
Yeah.
What took so long?
Nice.
Yeah, famine.
And do you want to know
It's a
why?
bitch.
Yeah, it's a bitch. Famine, it's a bitch.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Do you want to know why it's called a wiener? It's because of the people of Vienna, and so it originated in Austria, in Vienna. Hence the term wiener.
Ah.
I don't understand.
Well, I
Or
hate to be
Wiener.
frank,
Oh.
so I'm going to be a wiener.
And the hot dog itself is culturally appropriated. So there you go.
Culturally appropriated.
It's been culturally appropriated from the Australians. From the Austrians, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Austrians.
Schwarzenegger would not be happy with you with this little,
No, he would not.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Moving on. There was a wife. She's a sales manager, and she was fired. She was making... This really is about sticking to the purpose of your videos on social media. So she was fired. She was making a cooking video. Oh, nothing wrong there. Is she cooking Impossible Meats? Maybe. We don't know.
Oh.
Apparently, she decided to just casually drop the N-word a bunch throughout the cooking video. And then people said, what does that have to do with food?
Is it recently?
Yes. And that was the biggest problem. It's not consistent with the product. And of course, she is whiter than I am, and I am damn near
What
Casper.
part of the country is she cooking?
What part of the... Well, black people, apparently. She is trying to roast them here. Lily Gaddis, she filmed herself in the kitchen as she was using the racial slur and also referenced dumb whores, immigrant fresh off the boat looking for a green card, and gold diggers. So she was going off.
What the hell was she talking about while making this meal?
I don't really know. This is her, Lily Gladys. I don't think she gets the pass. I mean, I don't think many people get
Oh
the
my
pass.
God.
We'll show there for the audience. She's got her salt and pepper there. And she is called a traditional wife. She's a trad wife. Now, this is a new phenomenon on social media where people be like, I'm a trad husband, I'm a trad wife, and then they film themselves doing all the things that traditional wives and husbands do,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
So maybe she's just accurately portraying what a traditional wife is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Back in the
Just a-
50s,
just
the
a-
N-word was thrown around all over the
Just
place.
a
So you can't...
racist woman screaming about
wife.
immigrants in the kitchen.
I do not understand.
That might be the 1950s housewife.
That's
might
traditional, yeah.
Yeah, that's the American.
They're like, and you know what? I choose to be this. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm still an empowered, strong woman.
Yeah,
Appropriate content. I get it.
Gaddis. Her name is Gaddis. She proudly stated on X, formerly known as Twitter,
There you go.
all the backlash made me do a deep dive and soul search, and after all that, I still couldn't find a care.
I love that she didn't apologize. I love that. I love she didn't apologize.
She couldn't find a care.
Couldn't
Good.
find. She searched the seas high and low, and there was not one fuck to be found. But there were a lot of N-words.
A lot of N-words.
Don't apologize. Do your thing and then keep it moving. I like it.
She worked as a marketing and sales manager at Rofe of the Carolinas. Rofe of the Carolinas, a home care company for elderly and disabled in Wilmington, North Carolina. Maybe, it seems like she has a lot of hate in her heart.
It does.
Maybe she doesn't need to be around the elderly, although now when I say that out loud, immediately I'm like, or
Was this a perfect job for her?
is that what they bond on?
Yeah, literally.
I don't.
Yeah. That's probably where she got all her lingo from.
Shake, what do you have to say about it?
I say let the woman do what she does. Honestly, I'm tired of people just using all sorts of words to offend different types of groups and then get online or on TV and apologize for it, and you can tell they don't mean it. No, she
That's
meant
true.
what she was doing.
Okay,
Keep doing it.
you know what? Good fucking point.
Yeah.
Gaddis went on. It's still. This is my. I fucking hate this X thing, because it's still called tweeted. Right? It's never called X'd. I X'd on
No
X.
one says X. Everyone says X, formerly known as Twitter.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when they say when you talk about it in post, you have to say tweeted.
I tweeted something
Because
on X.
Why did he change it to fucking X?
I X'd it. Because he X'd out the word
Apparently, he was
Twitter.
banging some people at work too. I just read the headline, so I didn't want to bring it in, and because we're doing top tier news here.
Obviously.
But apparently, he was banging some people at work. I don't fucking know what people do. Anyway, Gaddis, the trad mom or trad wife, she didn't have a kid. She's not that trad to me.
That's
but
not that trad.
Exactly.
She seems young though. She's on her way.
Let's see. Oh, God. Yeah, something. She seems like something. She says, "Oh no, I just got fired." Hashtag mob.
Well, it's not traditional of her to have a job as a woman.
That's the problem with these people. They are not consistent with what they say
Yeah.
they're doing.
So are you or are you not trad? What is the trend?
Yeah. So Gaddis in the video aired her grievances that certain guys think all women are gold diggers as she cooks in her kitchen. That's what she says. And God knows where we would get that idea.
Yeah.
See, these women they seem to be going out there and not taking my money. You're getting the opinion. This is what she says. She said, this is not me, by the way. This is a traditional wife. She says, "You're getting the opinion from some dumb whores and immigrants fresh off the boat looking for a green card. Yes, they are probably gold diggers, but that is the exception. I am the rule." This woman is fucking psycho.
She is a psychopath.
Yep. And then she says, "Everyone I know that is married right now is married to a broke ass,
Everyone she knows is married to one.
and they don't care. We don't give a fuck about money."
I wonder which one is she?
Well, all I know is if I was one of her girlfriends, I'd be like, what happened? Oh, that's what you think about Gary?
Don't come for Gary like that. He did
Yeah.
nothing to you.
Right. That's what you think about my Thomas then?
Yeah.
That he's a broke ass. N-word?
And
Thank
then
you
the
for
whole
sharing.
time she's saying all of this, she's like, and a little bit of sugar, and don't forget some tomatoes. They add some color. We love some color.
I wonder, what dish does hate make the best? Like a bunt cake?
I would love to hang out with this woman for a weekend and see what her circle looks like.
Well, it seems like you would fit in with all of her and her friends.
I'd be married to one of her friends.
You could marry her ass. I mean,
Oh my God.
yeah, she's just upset about something. And
You know what? Whatever she's cooking doesn't have gluten in it. I can tell.
yeah, she is, maybe, I don't know what's going on. She wrote on X, "Thanks, Black community, for helping to launch my new career in conservative media. Y'all played your role well like the puppets you are."
Oh shit.
She is very racist.
Oh my God.
Wow.
She should have just said
She's
racist.
just truly, really a hateful
Thank you
bitch.
for allowing me to elevate my platform of racism. You all played into my hands just like
Yes, I
just
got
like
fired.
Drake played into Kendrick's hands.
That was
You know?
bad,
It was
apparently.
the same. It's the same. He was like, I knew it, but did you?
I love it. We need all types.
What is going on in this world?
I really
All
want to
right.
know what she was cooking at the end there.
I know, they don't fucking
Yeah.
say, and it's like, that's what the whole point of the video is supposed to be. Lily Gladys, let me see what she cooks.
She's probably very good at soul food too.
Okay, first of all, okay.
I put my money on it.
Oh my goodness. This made it all the way. Oh my goodness, Adam Kinzinger, this former representative, he criticized Lily Gaddis, a TikTok conservative, and said that she was spoiled over there on TikTok. This went all the way up to the top. I mean, not that he's the top, but a lot of people were talking about this.
Yeah.
Rofe, her company, Rofe, said, "We at Rofe of the Carolinas want to address a recent incident that has caused concern and upset our stakeholders. A newly hired employee made inflammatory remarks on social media." And it also
Newly
did not...
hired.
Newly hired.
She wasn't even in her 90-day period.
No. She wasn't able to find love.
She could have at least waited for healthcare before she went off with that.
Seriously.
Shit, man.
Yep. She has 83,000 followers on TikTok now, and she doubled down. So, yeah, she's just going for that.
all right.
She's going for that niche on the niche.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that racist, suburbanite,
Haters
Yeet,
over here.
Yeet woman.
Yep,
That
yep.
works.
Haters to the
I'm not
front.
mad at her.
This is our corner.
I think she's mostly upset that she lost all of her friends because they found love, and the love happened to be with a black man.
Yeah,
Broke
probably.
ones too.
That's what she says.
Those are the best lovers.
She's
Broke
the
black
one who is
men.
making TikTok videos, which doesn't exactly make me think she has a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, if I ever had a lot of money, the first thing you do is never see me again. They'll be like, bye-bye.
Not on TikTok.
Not on TikTok.
She's on
feel
her
that.
way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see here. We have time for one more story, I think. One more. That should bring us. Yeah. So 2 high school business teachers in Wisconsin, they're resigning. Why? Because they were trying to seduce one of their students, offering a foursome. Now, why is this story hot? It's because these teachers were chicks. So 2 twisted
my
female teachers, they say twisted. I've seen the videos.
You sick fucks.
What?
It's twisted when it's girls. It's maniacal.
It is disgusting. These are high school. It's high school.
It is. It is.
So it
Yeah,
is
no.
absolutely disgusting. I'm
Yep.
completely joking about the double standard.
Yep.
And I do think we need to hold these predatory teachers responsible.
Yep.
So they wanted to have a foursome, right? Alexia Saladaris, she's a first-year teacher, and Jennifer Larson, an 11-year vet in the
Oof.
teaching game. They both left their jobs because there was an investigation at Craig High School in Janesville. Okay, and the investigation was like, now what's going on with these 2 teachers? This is Jennifer Larson, okay? So not the luckiest student I've ever seen in my life. We'll put that
Yep.
picture up there. But then this is Alexia. Now,
She's the new one.
and she's the new one.
Yeah.
And so they want to have sex with the student. They say foursome, so there would have to be some other people involved there.
What? Other students or their
They admitted
partners?
they said we're sending Snapchat videos to an unidentified male student whose age has not been released. With Saladaris acknowledging she sent some risque pictures,
That's not cool.
and Larson admitting that she sent the messages about cuddling, flirting, and the implication of alcohol. So they're going with the 1-2 punch. The one who looks a little bit more like a trad wife, she's doing the writing. And then the chick who looks a little bit more like, oh my God, we got a new babysitter in town,
Yep.
she's doing the picturing.
Yep. That makes sense.
So that
So
makes
this is a plot.
it's a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
So the scandal revolves around a school trip that lasted from April 7th to April 9th. That's a long-ass trip.
A weekender?
A weekend trip.
This year?
High schoolers go on
This year.
weekenders?
I guess so. Or, yeah, I guess so.
I didn't
And
get that in high school.
the district said that both teachers sent the student messages saying they want to cuddle and, quote, have some fun with him.
The teacher sent that to the kids.
Yep.
It's rough.
And they asked for another student to join. You know how awkward that would be. You know how high school's awkward.
Yeah.
It's like the one kid's like, I could go bang out 2 of these teachers. All right, it's weird. But then you're going to be like, hey, Tim, you want to go do this with me? And they're both 17 and full of zits and stressed
Yeah.
out. And next thing you know, you're gangbanging these 2 teachers. And
Wondering if you're doing it right.
am I doing it's very
Yeah.
bizarre.
I mean, I'll preface this by saying this is all wrong. It should not be happening. But where was all this when I was in high school?
Well, you were in France, weren't you?
No, I was in Massachusetts.
Yeah, well, but you were in France. Well, they could have been the case. You could have
France,
done it.
Massachusetts.
By the way, you never answered the question. Oh, Hollywood's calling. The phone's in my butthole. How do you say it in French?
Bonjour. Hello, bonjour.
That was on the first episode I asked him that.
Asked him what?
Oh, Hollywood's calling. The phone's in my butthole
You want that translated?
into French, and he refuses to do it.
Why?
I don't know. It wasn't as simple. It was something
It
way
wasn't
more
simple.
complicated that I wouldn't know how to
No,
just-
it was literally Hollywood's calling. I have a phone in my butthole, and that's all I asked him to translate. And he hasn't fucking done it yet. It's
Well, let's
episode
break
like 5.
this down into pieces.
All right.
Hollywood's calling. How do you say that?
Hollywood, my pen.
Hollywood Mappel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And
And
the phone.
yeah,
What's the phone?
the telephone.
The telephone is in my butthole.
You're going too fast. Is in.
There has to be a way.
Translate is in.
I'll put it together for y'all after.
He's lying. Shake, you've been lying to me since the day I met you.
He don't know French.
He knows French. I've heard him do it. Oh, I've heard him at the bar be like, "Oh, lady, you want to know a little French?" I've seen when he turns on the charm.
That was your French.
Hey, lady, you know. Anyway, the teachers apparently gave the keys to the district van to the student to let him take a lap around the parking lot. So that's kind of fun. I mean, you're going to get molested, but you do get to drive the car around for a little while.
Driver's ed.
As she was changing her shoes in the back, the student shared a half kiss. I don't know what a half kiss is.
What does she mean changing her shoes in the back?
I guess she was changing her shoes in the back, and then the student and her shared a half kiss. What the fuck is a half kiss? Just on the lips and not on the butthole? Representatives for the school district, they're not going to comment. They said we don't want to talk about it.
Why?
I don't know.
Why ever would you not want to talk about this?
And Solidaris, she sent the kid 5 photos of herself in her underwear and lingerie.
No.
It doesn't sound very... This kid isn't lucky. This isn't like one of those where you're like, oh, look at that hot teacher.
Sad.
It's sad.
Are teachers allowed to have kids' phone numbers?
No,
No, I don't
absolutely
think
not.
so.
You're not supposed to be in touch with your students.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure, yeah. If you're a teacher out there, leave a comment. What's the distance? We know
The
some
distance
teachers.
is, I'll see you every third period on
Right.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, Thomas. Sit down. Get out of my
Yeah.
class when it's done. Bring back your homework. I think that's the level of contact you should be having with the students.
Face to face, not text message.
Do you want to
Yeah.
know the craziest thing about all this? Larson, the 11-year vet, she reported Solidaris, the new gal on the block, to the administration for letting the student drive the van.
Oh,
So she snooched on herself
Yeah.
because she was pissed that this chick was probably trying to bone this kid in the van.
probably.
Which is, if you're going to molest someone, that's where you do it.
obviously the headquarters of molestation.
Yeah.
The van.
The van.
Yeah.
It's a weird new ad campaign.
So basically, she wanted in on this. She probably was using the younger chick to lure them in, but then once the younger chick was like, I don't need you for the rest of this, she was like, hey, that wasn't the deal, man.
Yep.
We were supposed to be in that van together.
And then Solidaris texted the student saying this relationship needs to end. And he's 17, so he's like, well, we're a relationship.
like, what the fuck is
what
going on?
happening? What the fuck? All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right.
So
That's cool.
wait, you're saying I don't have detention next week?
No.
All right, sick. Cool.
Oh, my God. The teacher said they were 95% sure that the photos of the kids were gawking at were shots of Solidaris in her unmentionables. So apparently they got sent around school.
Please don't mention it.
Of unmentionables.
Unmentionables. We don't want to mention it.
Do not. No. Are you wearing unmentionables down there? All right. Well, that's it. Jerry's going to be with us on the next episode as well. Thank you all so much for the kind compliments. We're all working on bettering ourselves every day, aren't we?
I swear.
Do we have anything? I don't know. I'm supposed to do like promotion. Do you have anything to promote?
I don't have. I have.
No, we're
nothing
total
to
fucking
promote.
losers.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Been kissel.